Hi everyone, how we doing? How was our day? Okay, um, I think we're going to be doing image or photo editing using ChatGPT. Okay, there are many AI apps that you can use, but today we're going to be using ChatGPT. Okay, don't forget this is created from Udokoh, and I'll be showing you how to do it now. This is a simple picture this person took, and then we use it to create this wonderful image in this image, and I'll be also be sharing the prompt for you. So we decide to create the same image with this, and this is what we got. Okay, so it's a simple stuff that you can do. I'll just check if I have any image around me that I can use, because if you see this image, if you understand photography, you know that this the guy is looking down, and because it's as if the camera is downward, because this eye is looking downward, the camera was put underneath, it wasn't straight. And the same thing with this one, the same thing with this one. So now you by now you would have already know how to use ChatGPT to some great extent. But if you've not known how to use ChatGPT, I'll only just introduce it to you by doing this image stuff for us to know how to use ChatGPT. Basically, ChatGPT is more than just doing research. Most people say they use ChatGPT to do research. Myself, I use ChatGPT to do research as well. I do more research with ChatGPT, and I also do more of graphic design with ChatGPT and stuff like that. So many things I've done with ChatGPT, so many. I'm a graphic designer, but recently I don't do more graphic design. I use ChatGPT to do most of my, not just ChatGPT, but AI generally to do some of my design. But there are design that I don't even use ChatGPT to do. I just have to do them manually myself, because it's still better than ChatGPT in some cases. Okay, so now the first thing you want to do, I always tell people, is that when you open ChatGPT, always log into your Gmail. Okay, now the reason why you should log into your Gmail is because um, you can fall back to the things that you have worked on. Okay, if you don't log out your Gmail, if you don't log in your Gmail, you will not be able to recall your document. Like if you watch this on my left hand side, you see that things are here, like image editing requests, Nigeria politics service, YouTube thumbnail requests, and stuff like that. If I go to this political Nigerian political review, you'll see that it's just a little search I was doing. By the way, I was teaching someone one-on-one training today on AI. One-on-one, I also do one-on-one training. If you want one-on-one training and you are around my jurisdiction, we do physical training. But if it's on online training, I can still do one-on-one online training with anybody who want to have one-on-one online training with me. Okay, so there are so many AI tools that you can use to create great content, doing videos, doing music and stuff as that. So now going back to this request, let's say load. Okay, so no content found. Let me click it again. Yep, there's supposed to be content found. So what we're going to do, we're going to create a new stuff. We're going to create a new chat, because that's what we actually do with more of ChatGPT. I always tell my people, create new chat. If you're my student, you have to create new chat. The reason why you're creating new chat, you don't have to create with the existing chat. Now this is the reason why you should create new chat. You see this image that said image editing request. Now it's because of this image that I started with this image. It was seen as editing request because of the first prompt I gave to it. I'm going to give you the same prompt. If you want it, I will send this prompt to you. Now if I have to type anything here, I have to do a research on this thing. The title will not reflect. Now what reflect is always the first thing that you give to ChatGPT. That is what always reflect, the first thing that you give to it, the second thing will not be reflected. You will not see the second thing. All those other stuff will not be reflected in your title. Okay, so that is why I like to, whenever I'm doing new stuff, I like to create a new chat. Okay, so how do you create a new chat? In your phone, there are two buttons by your right hand top. If you check the two right hand, there are two buttons there. Yes, two button down, so up by your right, so you can click that button and you will see some other features that you can have, and definitely you see chat there as well. So for me, I'm using system, so the chat is here. Click it. Okay, and we have a new chat. This image that I did is a today image. Okay, so it is today I worked on it, and I don't know if I still have a lot of credit to do image, but I will just try to see if I have credit to work. Now you see that when I click new image, new chat, and I come back here, there is no new chat. The reason being that I did not write anything, so that is why I didn't see it as a recent job. You just see it as a flash tool. Okay, so click new again. So what I want to do first of all is to use it to generate an image, and then if we still have a lot credit, I'll use it to generate use image. Okay, and edit the image. So what I want to do first to show you something is this. I'll just give it a simple prompt. Okay, give me an image of a young girl with a young guy at the restaurant. Okay, restaurant. Okay, so we can still give more details about this stuff. And by the way, I'm not generating stories, right? I'm generating image. So that is why this will become prompt to image. Okay, this is a prompt to image system that I'm trying to do, because I don't have a reference image. But if you have a reference image, you can actually use that reference image to build. Okay, but since I don't have a reference image here, what I'm doing is trying to get a reference image. Okay, if you have taken my class on movie production, you understand what I mean by reference image. Okay, um when we create our stories and we have the image already, we take it to another AI platform to generate the image, and then convert that same image to video. Okay, so let me just give okay give me okay so that is, give me an image of a young girl with a young guy in the restaurant, not me at the restaurant, in the restaurant. Okay, uh, they they are they are in a dinner party. So I think a dinner party, they are at a dinner party. Okay, uh okay, so let me just leave this prompt like this. You can still put multi. For example, if you're imagining that there are wine on the table, you can put wine on the table and stuff as that. You can just decorate your table. For me, I'm not decorating my table. Maybe ChatGPT will give me, all this AI app will give me what I want. Okay, it might just create something because it knows that these are two guys, a young girl and a young guy. I'll just put um a young beautiful. Okay, a young beautiful, let me use that word, a young beautiful a young beautiful girl and a young handsome. Okay, handsome guy. Okay, a young handsome guy, a young beautiful girl. Okay, in the party. So let's just say we have this. So let's send and let's see what we're going to get in return, the image that we're getting. Okay, so let's send this first. Let's see if I still have a lot of credit. Another thing, I made mistake. I can decide to make it like a 3D, but for this it's giving me, I think it's going to give me a photorealistic image. Okay, sometimes when you're doing video generation, a photorealistic image might be giving issue. Okay, so in this case I forgot to add the kind of image I want and the kind of aspect ratio I want, so it's going to give me his own aspect ratio and not even mine. For those who have gone through my video production class, you understand what aspect ratio is all about. Now this is what he has given to me, and this, you see, a sample because of the kind of prompt I gave to it, and it gave me this image, and this is photorealistic image. If I have told it to make it a 3D image, it will definitely make it a 3D image. Okay, let me show you what I mean. Now other thing I can do, I'll come to this edit button and click it and just say um, make this image a 3D realistic image. Okay, they should be in the opposite direction. Okay, so I just make something out there, they should be in an opposite. Okay, make this image a 3D realistic image. They should be in an opposite. Okay, in an opposite direction. Okay, in an opposite direction. So I'll just send and see what it will give to us. Okay, so now I've exhausted my stuff. Let me see, I think they told me I've exhausted my credit, but anyway, let's see what will happen. So you see that if you generate image, you might exhaust the image, or you might not exhaust the image. And one more thing I'm going to do after this image generates, I'm going to try to do a podcast, okay, of my own picture, of my own image that I have. So that will be the last thing that I will do for today, to do a podcast image, because one of my students request that I do a podcast video for her. Okay, how to do it. So what I will just do quickly is just to set up my podcast studio, and then we'll close. Now look at what I did. This is like a 3D realistic image. If I made it 3D, would have been working. And you see that they are opposite direction now, so you understand what we have done. Okay, so since you've understand what we've done, and I think I will stop here. Then maybe tomorrow on next, I'm going to do a podcast, how to set up your podcast studio using ChatGPT. Okay, so I'm going to give you this prompt as well. I will drop them in the description or in our Telegram community, and also drop it with you on the WhatsApp group. So see you in the next class, and God bless.